Hey YouTube, LJ Gamble here with a quick video update on my 2015 Jetta GLI. I just wanted to mention a few things that I've done since the last video and some other mods. I've done a couple things aesthetically. As you can see, I've got a hash marks on the fenders, APR, as well as, they're kind of hard to see in certain lights, but I've got a black stripe with red hash marks at the end there on both sides. I think it looks pretty good. That I ordered from ECS Tuning, and the stripe on the bottom I did myself with plasti dip, just in case it didn't come out right, or and I don't want to actually paint that ever, because I want to be able to take it off if I can. I might in the future, if that starts to fall off or degrade, which it hasn't surprisingly, redo it with some 3M vinyl in the same pattern. But yeah, oh, I also did the back spoiler, kind of hard to see. I plasti dipped that in black as well, just a little accent here and there. And here's the other side, sorry about the light. You can see it a little better on this side. And then APR stripe there. As far as mods, I haven't done too much else. I did pretty much only one other thing. Was the forged diverter valve, which was a royal pain in the ass. I have some tips and suggestions for anyone who wants to do it, because it's done on mine. They put it in the worst possible place. You can see one of the bolts right there. Hard to see. Right there, there's one of the bolts there. And there's two others which are on that side and on this side. Yeah. So in order to get that off, I just have a few tips for some people. You need a wrench, a specific wrench. Here, let me go grab it so you can see. It's a tiny little wrench that fits one of the Allen keys. Here's my Camaro there. 68, by the way. So, wrench, I don't think I can find it now. Sorry, guys. Put it in a dumb place at first. There it is. This here. This little tiny wrench is a must-have, unless you have some other kind of tool that's tiny like this and accepts these little torque spits, because you need, I think, one of these sizes here. But let me just show you. It goes in here like that, and it uses those torque bits. This is essential, and even this is almost too big for that space. I was barely able to do it. I don't know how. I don't know why Volkswagen put it in that place, but that's about the worst upgrade to do. Took 6 to 8 hours, something like that, most of the day, unfortunately. But yeah, so you need that tool, and then I have some tips in order to make room and be able to get to it a little easier for anyone wanting to do a forged diverter valve for a Gen 3 2.0T engine. So down there, first of all, you want to take off the intake, which if you have a stock car, it'll be plastic, but it's essentially the same piece. You want to take this off from right there. You want to make sure you take off the extra little coupling adapter thing too, and then you'll want to, you're gonna have to jack up the car so you can get underneath of it. You want to take this little elbow, connects into this pipe there. I've upgraded that pipe as well to get rid of the restriction from the stock pipe. But you want to take off the plastic stock pipe that's right there, that comes off the outlet of the turbo, as well as this little angle piece here. This isn't bad to take out. You also want to use that same little small wrench, which really comes in handy for this and works perfectly. That's a perfect size for it. There's 3 Allen key, or not Allen key, but Torx heads on that. You want to take those off. Be careful, there's a small O-ring on there that you might lose. so be aware of that. That'll come off, that pipe down there comes off. Then you got more access around here so you can reach up from the bottom, which you will have to do that. And then also it's gonna be impossible to see from this angle, but the turbo bolts up, the one side of the turbo bolts up to the other side of the turbo, and it's got I believe they're 8mm bolts that go all the way around. From the bottom you will see them very easily. They're on the back, side, just on the other side of there, and they go all the way around the turbo. There's like 6 or so of them. You want to loosen up all those so that the turbo is able to turn slightly this way. There's also, you want to, I don't know if you can see it. No, you're not going to be able to see it. Right there also is a piece of the forge system. I put the bracket there. It's actually a really great spot. I don't know how to explain where it's at, but right in there underneath the pipe here. I unfortunately broke it because I put it too far up, and when I put this back on it, it kind of broke one of the sides off, but I was able to epoxy it back together. Shouldn't be any issues there. So what you have to do is bend the little flange that it comes with down some, and it's fine. You might want to round off the corner on it too. But yeah, so once you have all those little bolts off there, the whole turbo will turn like this, and you'll be able to access the bolts a little better. It's still ridiculously hard. You have to come in from the top and the bottom and the top and the bottom several times to get it loose, and then eventually it comes out. And the forge valve goes in there with no issues, and then you reassemble. Prepare to spend all day on it if you're going to do that upgrade. I also I had a couple comments on my other videos of how everything was doing, if I had any problems with any of the other upgrades I did, and the answer is pretty much no. The only issue I had was a fault in this this hose here. I already replaced it. 42 Draft Design sent me another one, no questions asked, which they actually sent me almost twice as length as the other one. But the issue I had was right here at this compression fitting or whatever, where it's crimped on. It was starting to bulge and leak oil slightly, so eventually it would have probably failed completely and you'd have oil coming out everywhere. But luckily I caught it pretty quick before it got bad. Replaced that the other day. That's the only issue I've had with all of the upgrades that I've done, which include cold air intake, replacing the throttle intake pipe and the turbo outlet pipe, and turbo back exhaust. So yeah, no other issues. I do need to clean out the pod filter soon. Just want to do a quick update. I am going to get a APR Stage 2 tune here in the next week or two. Fingers crossed, make sure I don't have any crazy bills or anything I have to pay for. But yeah, I'm gonna get that. Suspension fairly soon, maybe next month after that or so, or around Christmas time. But yeah, I'm gonna get the APR tune here and the water methanol injection, I think, first, and we'll see how bad we can spin these tires on this bad boy. Hopefully get close to 300 horsepower. Saw in the comments people with some similar setups getting 285-ish, and I'm talking at the crank, not the wheels, obviously. And that's without water methanol injection, so hopefully it'll give me a little extra boost there too. Haven't really seen any other videos of people doing mods to these Mark 6s, in-depth ones anyways, besides just basic bolt-ons like cold air intakes. But yeah, everything's running smooth. Got that diverter valve finally installed. I've had it for 6-8 months now. Been dying to put it in, but I knew it was going to be a headache, so finally got it done. And like I said, just did some other cosmetic things, stripes and all that. Yeah, and that's about it. I'll keep you guys posted when I get some other mods on here and all that. Thanks for watching, and subscribe. Bye.